Yo, what's poppin', my people? Y'all know what to do. Welcome to the Gray Area Podcast, where we talk about situations and things that are rarely even talked about for whatever reason. Shout out to everybody, as y'all know. We going through some serious times right now, and y'all know a storm is coming. So, hope everybody is getting prepared or ready for whatever it is you guys do throughout the storm or preparing for the storm. And I pray, that everybody and their family is safe and sound throughout this storm. We've been through some storms and it wasn't good, but I believe that this one is going to be, it's going to be all right. So shout out to everybody that is tuning in, and shout out to everybody, whether you on Facebook or YouTube, or whether you don't watch the podcast live, whether you watch it uh, after it's posted on Facebook and YouTube. And as y'all know, our topic for tonight: love versus lust. Love versus lust. A lot of people been saying that we often confuse the two. A lot of people been saying that some people don't know the difference between love and lust. Like there are some people that legit speaking, they don't know the difference. Like we mistake love for lust, and we mistake lust for love. Have you ever been in a predicament where you mistaken the two? And it's crazy that well, a lot of us, we fail to be honest with ourselves to say, hey, um, it wasn't love, it was lust. So mm, so. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. As y'all know, they're about to turn off the power in a bit. So we won't be here long. So we're going to give people time to relax with their family and listen to the winds blow and so forth. So shout out to everybody that's been supporting the podcast from day one. You all know what it is. And hurricane time. A lot of people scared. A lot of people don't know what they're gonna do. Like some people legit scared. Like a lot of my friends, they like, not again. We gotta go through this again. So good night, everybody, and welcome to the Gray Area Podcast. If you're here on the podcast, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, just hit that share button, invite a friend, talk to a friend, let a friend know we live and we about to talk. We about to talk about it before the power turn off. So if y'all see me go missing like bloop, y'all know what to do. BPL got me. So let's get to the comments. Hello, Mr. Vote. What's poppin', MJ? Y'all know a lot of people have been saying they can't wait. They can't wait. They can't wait for this subject, like love versus lust. Do we know the difference? Like, do we really know the difference between love and lust? Oftentimes we mistake the two. Uh, we think it goes hand in hand. I've heard females saying, what? You think I let that go so another woman could have that? Is it love or is it lust? So, y'all know I like to start out things by defining things. So let's go to the dictionary and define what's the meaning of love. Because a lot of people really don't know, y'all. This is a serious thing. A lot of people don't know what love means. Like we use that word, we talk about it, we basically speak it, we breathe it, we live it. But realistically speaking, we don't know the meaning. So Dictionary.com defines the word love as an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something, of a deep feeling. Mm. Now, let's go to the definition of lust. Mm. Lust, strong sexual desire. That sounds like the 242. The definition of lust, strong sexual desire. Man, let me get another meaning, man. I think they jumped into that too quickly. They just slap that on us. All right. Another definition for lust: intense sexual desire or appetite, uncontrolled or illicit sexual desire, a passionate or overmastering desire or craving. Mother flip. Ardent enthusiasm, zest, relish. And it says it can also be a verb to have intense sexual desire, to have a yearning or desire, have a strong or excessive craving. Mother, that sound like the 242. That sound like the 242 right there. That right there sounds like the 242. Y'all know how the man go in the 242. Hey, that's sweet. Hey, look here, I'll eat that. I'll hey, party, peaches. Your daddy worked for the bakery because that's a lot of bread. I love that, No, no, that's not love. That's lust. And a lot of time we can find ourselves in situations where we mistake the two, because it's sometimes feelings go hand in hand, and we might mistake that a person we might think that the person really love us, when they're only there because we provide a sexual desire for them. Like, we give them that feeling. We give them a feeling that they haven't felt before sexually. You know what I mean? So now that starts to play with their mind, and they like, oh shucks, what? No, I love that. No, we mistake that. Let's get to the comment. Most are lost to the meaning of love. Facts. Shout out to Shelly from YouTube. Facts. A lust, I think everyone is guilty of it. I can agree. Here we go again. Where we going, Shante? Man, we gotta throw this topic in before BPL shut us down. Where we going? We just keeping it 100. Now, Biscuit, come on now. You know, the majority of dudes, when they approach these girls in the 242, you and I both know it's oftentimes to none, is never an approach where it's subtlety, like, hey, how are you doing today? Listen how that sound. Hey, how are you doing today? I notice you, passing by every day, and I notice you catching the bus at the same time every day. And I just thought that I'd like to get to know you. Where that happened? No, in the 242? Flip. Sweet boy. What? I gotta get that. What? Boy. I gotta get that. Are we saying there's something inherently wrong with lust? Because I don't think that's the case. Lust is just an emotion. I can only give my opinion. For me, the problem that I have with lust is that a person can be, this is just my opinion, and I gotta put in that disclaimer, this is just my opinion. You can be so distracted by lust, right, that you can make yourself believe that it's more to that when it actually ain't. Because if you take the lust and material out of the equation, then the majority of times there's nothing holding you there. I mean, that's just my opinion. Like, if you that's for me. And I believe, like I said, I believe that there is something wrong with lust. First of all, I can only give my opinion based on it. Everybody have views and opinion. Some people would use lust as an avenue to suck you dry emotionally. You might, like me, I'm an individual. Say I'm seeking more. Like, I want love. I want to be, I want the emotion of love. And then that person be like, no, I just want you there to knock my socks off when I'm ready. That's all I want from you, because you put it down good, and that's all I need. You know what I mean? That for me, I just can't, see that. Anyway, y'all, welcome to the Gray Area Podcast, whereas we talk about situations and things that are rarely even talked about. And if you're here right now before the hurricane shut us down, and you're here right here on the podcast, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, hit that share button, share, and welcome everybody to the podcast. What's happening, Teeks? Chris Brown, I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the room. Listen, that don't happen in the Bahamas. Let's be real. Oftentimes, when us men, see, I gotta speak as us, can't be talking down to my homies, you know what I mean, to the fellow brothers. Black men don't cheat. Us men, we oftentimes approach a relationship from a lustful aspect. It's never it's 9 times out of 10 is never with the intention of saying, you know what, I can see my future with this girl, I could see my future with this girl. So, let me just give her a chance to see if I'll settle down. No, oftentimes we like, what? I gotta get that. What? I gotta add that to the body count. What? But you know how men go when they sitting amongst their boys, but you see that, but if I could just put what? All flipping night, all night. And the majority, there are some people that ain't looking for that. So that's when it becomes a problem, because I'm looking for love and you basically have me on a pedestal of lust. You already want me for my body, or you want me for what I could do for you physically and sexually and all that. I mean, I think I mean, for me personally, that that just don't sit. That don't sit well with me. An emotion most people need to learn how to control. Mm, mm. Learn how. I don't think, Krista, I don't think individuals want to learn how to control it. I feel like people just, generally speaking, I feel that people just feel like it is what it is, and that's what you do. You get this, you've been with that, and slam, bam, booger down, you add that, you move on to the next one. Like some people, they live their lives like that. Like they are not looking for love, they're just looking at, raising the body count. Like they're not interested in settling down, they're not interested in starting a family. They're not, and I'm not saying that your preference or what you're not interested in is ideally wrong. I'm just saying that I don't go for that. If that's your choice, then that's your choice. That's how you choose to live. But oftentimes people just ain't interested in controlling the crystal. I mean, that's just from my point of view. Exactly. A lot of people don't know how to decipher between lust and love. But then again, we can't really say a lot of people don't know how to decipher, because sometimes the feed that we get or the vibe that we get from an individual can lead us wrong. Like if okay, if I met you January 1st, right? And you already know we ain't supposed to be fornicating. This is a Christian nation. We supposed to be, virgins until we get married. So let me just put that disclaimer out there first. But I met you January 1st. And on January 4th, I already got the cookie. Now, let's just keep it 100. How can we expect the guy, or how can we expect the female, but in most cases the guy, to actually sit down and be like, I can give my love to this person when January 1st I met you, January 4th you gave me the cookie. So to say control sometimes is, I understand the statement, we need to learn how to control, which is so true. Then again, if I'm playing devil's advocate like I always do, how can we control something when that's the vibe that you gave me from the break? You know what I mean? If you gave me the vibe that, hey, look, yeah, I ain't into no slam bam booger dam, and I ain't trying to, do that. I'm a serious woman, and right now I'm trying to find somebody to help me build, build a future with, and so forth like that. You know what I mean? Let's go. Boy, lust can have you in a situation longer than you suppose. Facts. Because you thinking is love. Gotta know the difference between the two. Mm, mm, mm. Let's get McKinn's come up. Then the action is wrong, not the emotion. it's like me being angry and punching the person I'm angry with versus me being angry and walking away from the person I'm angry with. Same emotion, but the action is what's important. I can see the point. I can see that point clear because you're saying that the action of lust is wrong in your opinion and not the emotion of lust itself. Am I clear? Is that what you're saying, McKin? Mm. Can't control it because they don't know the difference 8 times out of 10. A lot of people don't know the difference. Like there isn't a manual in relationships to the 242 for the difference between love and lust because our culture is based on lust. I mean, whether we want to believe it or not, but our culture stands for a lot of these girls stay with these dudes, and then you listen to them talk. Like I've heard a lot of females talk. I don't know how I get with this dude. You know what I mean? But the good. You know what I mean? Like they literally don't see a future with that individual. They literally don't even envision themselves 10 years down the line with that individual. They literally don't see themselves as a wife to that individual. They don't see themselves, you know, making headway with that individual. They're only there for the, and then when that guy start giving the to somebody else, they want to start tripping out because in their mind, oh, he doing that. What he do to me to this person? I'm gonna get to these comments. We can do it if we stop treating sex like it's like it tells us everything we need to know about a person. I'm glad you went there. I don't think I'm not saying that it's impossible, but I don't think that'll never happen. I'm not one to say never. My goodness, that because oftentimes people think if you're looking at society or if you're looking at relationships within our society, people think that sex is love. They can't differentiate the two. If we keeping it 100, McKin, we know for a fact in our little society here, folks can't differentiate the difference between sex and love. Because here's why. I've listened to a girl, right? Her man went out with another girl, right? And she made a Facebook video saying, at the end of the day, he coming home and he juicing me. She didn't say juicing, I can't curse because my tongue got saved. I'm saved now. So in her mind, she's saying, even though he is out there giving the next female the rod of correction, he's still coming home and giving her the rod of correction means that he loved her more than he loved the next one. Which in come on. Mm. Lust is a strong sexual desire. That's it. It's not rocket science. But Shaba, a lot of people saying that it's not rocket science to figure out lust or whatever. A lot of people, why we can't act like the world knows the difference because the majority of the people in the world don't know the difference. We often mistake the two, and that's pure facts. We often mistake those two. I got mixed views from that because people use sex as a way to communicate a lot. Oh my goodness. Gotta drink my water because I can't sip Hennessy. I need you to elaborate on this comment. How does people use sex to communicate? Speaking in tongues in the bedroom, and y'all ain't supposed to be doing the diddly do squat unless you're married. This is a Christian nation. Y'all around here flipping over backwards, cowgirl, doggy style, all of these things. Listen, that's why y'all confusing the brothers. The brothers don't know the difference between what is sex, what is lust, and what is love. Dang, people think sex is love, and that's true. Listen, from females that I've seen, right, when they go through a bad breakup, or not even a bad breakup, or when their boyfriend cheat or whatever, or even when the girlfriend cheat, I've heard some dudes saying, boy, But she be giving that, but right now she be giving that nigga that too. Like how she do me, but it ain't even about. But she made me feel so good. She loved me. I really appreciate her presence. It don't even be that. If we keep it at 100, it don't even be that. With maturity, people will get that understanding. Boy, Krista, you saying with maturity, we have people in their in their 40s, which is still young, because I consider as long as you over, if you're like 60, then you would fall under old. But as long as you from 20s, early 40s, mid 40s, you're still young. A lot of people in their 40s still live their life based on lust and not love. So we can't really say like when does maturity come in with age? Maturity doesn't come with age. I mean, they said maturity comes with experience, but you keep experiencing these dudes giving you the rod of correction, and you keep seeing they leaving and they ain't even trying to put a ring on it. I mean, I'm just saying, you try to see both rod of correction. That's, I mean, I can't say the other things I gotta say. They don't remember the topic last week. And the topic last week, serious. Yeah, man, I gotta sip my water because I can't drink Hennessy. Anyway, y'all, welcome to the Gray Area Podcast, where as we talk about situations and things that are rarely even talked about. And if you're here, whether you on Facebook or YouTube, share, share, share. Y'all share the feed, invite a friend, tell a friend before BPL cut us off. Y'all laughing and I'm being real serious. Y'all, listen. Some men use sex as an apology. Facts. They know they some scum. Oh, I saw it. I can't downgrade my homies. We know we some scumbags, and we'll come there. Man, baby, I love you. Man, start. Put on some. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bumping, and after that, we expect everything to be okay. We already put in the work. I already give you that rod of correction, that lustful magnet. Now play with your emotions a little bit. Now you think I love you for true. No, boo boo. No. No. If we keeping it 100, why y'all laughing? I being real. I'm just trying to open our eyes to some things that we rarely talk about. We got to keep it 100. I look forward to that day, Krista, but I'll probably be too old to partake in it. That's for the next generation. uh, Yo, Trapsy. Listen, y'all share that feed, man. Share that. Shout out to my YouTube people, man. Y'all be holding it down. Listen, oftentimes, right, we are not taught love. See, that's the problem. Because to this, we have some people that are, older, and they still have never felt love. Like we know what it is to feel sensual feelings, touched, and to have these vibrance run into our body, and where we speaking all kind of tongue, going, coming home, all this and that and this and that, you know what I mean? But to know what it is to genuinely love, or to genuinely feel love, we don't know that feeling. And we don't know that feeling because we were never taught that feeling. So someone will come right here thinking that someone will come right in our lives with all kind of dreams, when from the beginning they only came for one thing, but we just can't differentiate, so we get entangled in these emotional roller coaster rides, thinking that, oh, this dude love me, when he only there for the cookie, and after he gets bored of your cookie, he moves on to somebody else. Why? Because we didn't see the attraction. Like, here's the difference. Hey, even though some men can pretend now, we got some pretend gentlemen out there. We got some pretend gentlemen out there. Like we in our society today, where have we seen individuals, come and say, hey, how you doing? I'd like to take you out sometimes. Or, and then it's just like a dating vibe, whereas that happens like two times out of 10. It's just like a dating vibe and we gelling, like we getting to know each other. I mean, like for 3 months, we ain't even trying to push the issue. I'm just complimenting you, telling you about your hair. We going out, hanging out by the beach. We just kissing on the cheek. We just giving each other gifts, checking, hey, gorgeous, I'm just calling to check on you. How did you sleep last night? No, when you coming by me? When you coming over? Oh, I'm home today by myself. So, and we oftentimes, whereas we don't know the difference between love and lust, we start to settle. We start to settle. That's it. We can't show or give what we was never taught. Facts. We are taught to survive, especially emotionally. Especially y'all women. Y'all already emotional creatures. And y'all, oh Lord, that man, he do one flip to the moon, backflip on y'all, and y'all crazy. Y'all breaking up cars. Y'all breaking, love don't break up cars, sweet girl. Love don't break up no cars. Love, let me say it again. Love don't break no cars. Love don't flat no tires. Love don't break windows. Y'all on some other type vibes. I don't know if these dudes be blowing. Anyway, let me just leave that alone. I'm just trying to educate the difference between love and lust. Some people have never experienced that real love and be weakened by the first person to show them an emotion. That's usually lust. Thinking, oh, he or she loved me. That's rough. Wow, you went deep right there. That's it right there. They like emotional praise. Real pretenders. Some people don't know the difference because they never experience. See, everybody have the same sentiments. They never experience real love. That's why a lot of females and males end up in toxic relationships. What a sick, toxic in the word. I've been in some. Y'all ever had some people that, I mean, like you with them, and then the only thing they could ever think about is like sex. Like what the, I've been in those kind of relationships. Yeah, yeah, love me. Bush crack, man, gone. But then again, some dudes, they like that type of run. What? I don't have to work so hard. I just gotta put in my 2 cents and buy a little phone card here and there. Not even a little $20 phone card. You're getting five. Oh, cheap. Anyway. Love don't break windows, but love does break hearts. It's the same thing to me. Love does not break hearts. People break hearts. Guns don't kill people. People break people. It's not the tool or the emotion that causes the damage. It's what people use with it. How can love something so pure and so sweet? Love is like a sweet aroma, something so sensitive, something so right and something so just. No, it's people that do things in the name of love that frick us over. Because we are people that I don't even want to start testifying. Next thing you know, people start thinking I'm talking about them. Like we have to know the difference between love and lust. Like, you can always tell when a dude just basically into one thing. Boy, solid A. Look sweet today, baby. Oh, yeah, what? Yeah, love that body. Love that body. He don't even love you. He love that body. Like, sometimes the signs are like clear and we just ignore the signs, right? Like a man, like a man who loves you, he will I love you. I just love the like get poetic. I just love the ground that you walk on. I just love your hair, your radiant beauty, your eyes. Oh my gosh, I just love the hair that's on your head. And then, he might just go, but then these dudes, they ain't even trying to, they ain't trying to go there. They starting off cold. Parties. Yes, baby. What? You look so right tonight. Like, eat that no. Listen, one of my boys, right? Man, my best friend at that time, right? He's like, boy, Jason, boy, I love that no, but I love your best friend, boy. I was like, yeah. It's like, okay. I said, all right, man. I wouldn't mind, dog. What? I'll wife that, I'll wife that. So my boy was like, I'll wife that. So man, when he saw one day, he said, man, what you saying, man? I'll eat that bongy for you. I was like, well, mother flipping. Went from love to eating bongy, dog. No, that ain't love. Anyway, we be dumb and blind to the sign. That's both males and females, because a lot of males and females, we don't know these signs. They can't even tell you what color your eyes is, only your bongy shape. I mean, facts. Okay, so don't lust me and let's get so far. And I'm thinking it's love. Then you break my heart. I have no choice than to hit them where it hurts their pockets. I'll burst the window with your car. Boy, look here, bestie. I'll park my car right in your front room. Right. Sometimes you do love the person. It's no one's fault that being around them arouses you. It could also just be that's what it is. You sincerely intend to chill out, but passion says otherwise, and then you're knocking boots. Don't get me wrong, I'm in no way saying it's like that for most. I'm not that naive. I understand, because there is an attraction, and then whether we want to admit it or not, there is a form of sexual attraction, and I feel as though it should go hand in hand. Whereas, y'all supposed to be married, y'all ain't supposed to be having no sexual attraction anyway. But because we are male and female, and because the way society having, it's kind of shift gears. It's now backwards. The sexual attraction come first and then love. But I'm just saying, I understand your perspective of what you're saying. You know what I mean? And for y'all who call yourself Christians, y'all ain't supposed to be in no position with these man them to get no sexual arousing going on. Y'all supposed to be home in your house on quarantine. The man said no shacking up. This is not the time to shack up. And I feel like what plagues our society too is lust at its best. Here's why I'll say that, right? We have some, let me just use the women because it happens more to women than with men. We have some women that are actually looking for more. They actually want more. They see themselves as a wife, and they see themselves as a as someone who's willing to just say, look here, let my body count for the rest of my life be one. And then, right, they get entangled in these lust magnets where the dude is now in their lives, right? And now everything now isn't just based on the key, love. It's now lust is entangled in there. So now every time something happens, right, they go have sex, make up, problem solved for them. So everything now is based on that. And so now the man then becomes complacent. So now, right? So now let's say, right, she was willing to take that step. So she's like, oh, when this happens, she's like, why we need to get married? We practically living together. And we already doing everything. What we need to get married for us. You see? Then that becomes a problem. So lust in our society right there is, it causes problems. Ronnie says, I rather loyalty over love though. Now, I can only give my opinion. Isn't love and loyalty hand in hand? Like, how could you love me and you're not loyal to me? I mean, for me, I can't separate the two because if you love me, you ought to be loyal to me. Loyalty and love basically for me goes hand in hand. Like, if you separate the two, if you take away loyalty, if I'm just loyal to you, right, and I don't love you, my loyalty could run out because what's my loyalty? What is loyalty? Isn't just based on, oh, I just gonna be loyal. No, loyalty has to be based on substance. I don't wake up in the day and be like, I loyal to my homies. No, I don't just randomly say I loyal to these dudes. We gonna ride or die. No, dog, I ain't dying for you. You did not give me a reason to die for you, bruh, hombre. No, loyalty and love goes hand. It has. What are you? If you say you rather loyalty, what is your loyalty based on? Your loyalty has to be based, and that's just my opinion. Like, what is loyalty based on? Like, I mean, when I used to be into that bad boy life, I'm saved and sanctified now. I don't know nothing but no street no more. I'm home, work, bum bum. Home, work, bum bum. That's my life. Loyalty on the street is based on how much the individuals around you are ready to show that they down for you. If you, whether you believe it or not, that's love. Like, I got some homies that say, "Boy, dog, I love you, dog." I ain't saying it back, cause I mean, I ain't there yet. You know what I mean? Tell my homies, like, but they be like, "Dog, you know, I respect you, dog. I love you, dog." Like, you know, they loyal. If I was to call one of my homies and be like, "Look here, somebody just messing me now," they'd be like, "All right, where you is, Paula? Let's ride." Your loyalty gotta be based on something. Your loyalty just don't follow the sky. Mm-mm. Trust me, loyalty don't fall just on the sky. Loyalty has to be based on some sort of substance. It gotta be, I gotta have something to stick. That's where boundaries come in. Let's get it straight. Some set rules and communicate our contract. That's where no one gets hurt. Boy, look here. We don't follow. We don't follow. We don't follow boundaries. If we being real, like, people make rules and they break their own rules. Like, I've had people who made some rules and gave me some rules and they broke their own rules. Loyalty and love goes hand in hand. Ronnie says, no, they don't. Oh boy, we getting. Listen, we claim we love God and sin every day. I'm glad you went there. We claim we love God and sin every day, but yet we go back to God and say, Lord, forgive me. That's loyalty. That's Your loyalty is still based on something. Your loyalty, because we sin and we love, if you want to use that illustration, since you went there, so I got to answer it on that aspect. If you love God, right? Sometimes some sin we do intentionally. Sometimes when we pray, we be like, God, forgive me for the sins that I've committed and the sins that I know nothing of. Loyalty is the fact that you know you have to go back to your God and say, Lord, forgive me. That's loyalty. Now, if you claim you love God and you sinning every day and you don't care to repent, then you have no loyalty. I mean, I'm just breaking it down because you went there, so I just telling you. All through the Holy Bible, the Bible talks about repentance, 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 repentance. Everything, even God, when God was going to try the city, say, if I find one righteous, you know what I mean? Show me one that's loyal enough to say, look here, God, help me or forgive me. The mere fact that you could acknowledge, hey, look here, God, I doing wrong, that's loyalty because you going back. And you saying, God, I need to do better, this and that. I can't be loyal to you if I don't love you. I mean, that's oh, look here. You can't. I don't ride with nobody who say they loyal to me and they haven't proven themselves. No. Anytime I go, if y'all know me, I love to fete. And when I go to fete, I go with a handful of homies because I know those homies. We don't go looking for trouble because I know those homies loyal. So if anything was to pop up, I know my homies, they got me. Not saying that I'm looking for trouble, but your loyalty got to be based on something. On something. And we don't know the difference between love and lust. Sadly, as a society, we don't. A lot of us think we know, or we act like we know. So You know how it is. Let's not talk about fat, please. Oh, we don't need to go there, cause oh my goodness, I had one fat. That was the worst fat for me ever. Oh gosh, I one of these days we might do a podcast on that. I don't think it's the gray area though. Love versus lust. And a lot of us as individuals, we found ourselves in predicaments whereas we thought it was love when it wasn't. Because if you was to sit down, right? Like I always like when I talk to people, I always say, okay, sit down and just write a list of things that that individual brings to your life. And then just, use that list to show where that individual is in your life. And oftentimes, when I mean oftentimes, when they do these lists, they can't even, it's like nothing's there, like no substance. They nothing is there. So is that love? If you can't find, right? If you can't find, if you can't find a list of stuff that can identify what value or what this person adds to your life. I'm not even talking about in the case of just using an individual. I'm talking about adding to your life because when we get into these relationships, it's like we get people or we get these individuals or persons that suck us dry. Like they don't push us, they don't elevate us. They can give us a good time under the sheets, and after that, ain't nothing. You got these dudes, they in bed and they the king slayers. They'll they'll have you reading 30 times in 30 minutes. However it works out. And they have nothing to them. Like you ask them what are their goals and what are their aspirations. I just chilling, man. I just chilling. I ain't got I mean I don't plan my life. I just, I'm not saying that they don't deserve to have people do it. I'm just saying like for me, I don't want anybody that isn't here to elevate me or to push me in areas where I'm weak. And like if you do a list, right, and the only thing that that person brings to the table that is actually good is intimacy, you got a problem. Like that's all. You getting your things on time, and that's it. That's all that counts. He doing a good job. Oh, jeez. Can lust turn into love? Oftentimes it can, because we have individuals that basically they see first the attraction and they want that. They just gotta have that. And then it can turn into something more. Like you expose them to a different vibe and a different feeling and a different feeling. And then after that, next thing you know, that person be like, you know what? Like you, the actually, you out of all the places, persons I've been with, you actually, you're the best person, and you make me feel this way and that way. And then they start it, and they can actually give you details without even sounding like your body this, your booty that, your breast this, how you ride that. I'm just saying, love is a commitment. Love is a commitment. Lust is a feeling leading into temptation. B. That's how I feel. Uh, I think, see, when you start using words like feelings and stuff, it starts to confuse because love is a feeling too. Like you gotta feel love. Like we don't just wake up and say we have love. You gotta feel love. But lust is a feeling leading into temptation. But then again, what is temptation? You could be temptation by the desires of your heart. So if it leads to temptation, that means that's what you wanted, bro. What you mean? Like bring like what? As an emotion, feelings, or material things? That's lust. What sounds like y'all see y'all identifying lust, but yet, God, I gotta sip my water. I don't can't drink. Lust Lust. Oh, lust. Love versus lust. Why is it that we can't identify the difference? Or is it that we don't want to know the difference? I think we are so complacent in society as basically it's the norm for us to just keep adding the body counts and just talking about it and say, you know what? Uh my diddly do squat is the best and ever. Does that ever come back? Like, all I be listening to a lot of females talk, and they always talk about how their stuff so good, how their stuff so that, how they got the best this and that, and the best this and that. And guess what? They don't have nothing else to offer. You ain't got no job. They can't cook. I'm not saying that you not knowing how to cook is poor taste, but I'm just saying, like, for my preference, there are some, I know some men, they don't want their wife to cook. They cook for their wife every day. They're the chef and they love cooking for their wife. I'm just saying, like, some women they talk, but they got the ever blessed. They got the what the girls say, forever running river, this and that. But then they base every relationship based on what they could do with that. Flip backwards, jump from Mars, hang on a chandelier, spin ring around a rosy, then flip backwards and slam brown brakes, and then do this and that, and they ain't got nothing like nothing to offer. And some of these dudes the same set way. We out here, we out here talking about, oh, we could go for an hour or 2 hours. 1 minute this way, but anyway, 3 hours, 4 hours, and thing, and then these dudes like they that's all it is to them. They they ain't got like nothing. They like some of us dudes like we out here faking. Trust me, y'all. Some of us dudes out here faking. These women carrying us. They buy our clothes. They working. They feeding us. They giving us money to catch bus. Shoots half of these cars we be driving be theirs. And seems that way for the women. Completely opening up and sharing your feeling and life with someone daily, that's what constitutes a healthy relationship. But it must be mutual. If a particular area is lacking on either side of the relationship, it makes the relationship unhealthy. Yeah, shucks. Well, I don't, I mean, I feel in the sharing your feelings thing. I like to carry my feelings with me. I don't like to share my feelings. Yeah, boy, listen, Sean, anyway. Yes, I being real. Listen, see, I gotta hold my head. Y'all know I got a lot of female friends. Like I got a lot, and I learned. Don't think I'll be around a bunch of females and I don't learn from them now. I listen to them, hear them out. I listen to them talk, and I understand. Try to figure out like why do they say these things. Like I had some friends be like, "You think he can leave this P?" I'm like, what? That's all you want. Where you can find someone to like that. I'm like, that's all it is. Listen, if lust, keep in mind now, sexual desires, all that fall under lust. All that sex and all these things, all that fall under lust. If that's the only thing you got but can keep a fella, then woman, your man will get take. He will get take. Not Take. Tek. Take. You can't be thinking you ever blessed pum pum and you're forever running and you're good must come back sweet pebble to keep the man and that's all you got. Yeah, some of us men we looking for love. Why y'all think some of these men they be with these women for years? They be with these women for years. I talking about years. They've been shocking up with that woman. They've been in that house with that woman, giving them the rod of correction all this life. And she right there talking about her ever blessed pum pum. Then boom. Dude going and marry the next woman he meet in under a year. And you wondering why. You know why? Because all you thought what you had. You giving him the cookie. You thought that was enough to keep the man. No, boo boo, no, no, that ain't enough. You gotta understand, men need love too. Don't mind some of these fellas talking about they only about that life. Some of these fellas be lonely. They want a child. They want to have their family. You know what I mean? Even though some of us men ain't no good, but I'm just saying, all men ain't about that lust life. Some men after they get tired, they be like, you know what? I ready to settle down now because after them break your ass, take your cookie, eat your pancake, bake your cheesecake, stir up your cupcakes, eat your sugary treats, a tasty delights, and then you're wondering why the man gone. He will get took. Yes, oh, I ain't even say took. I say take. So we have to learn how to differentiate the difference between love and lust. So we ourselves don't get hurt. If you know from the break, like I always tell, like all of my friends know, I'm big on dating. Whether or not society believe in dating, I'm big on dating. I always tell my friend, look here, don't try to rush into nothing. You don't owe that dude nothing. You don't owe that dude nothing. If he can't understand that you dating, then you gotta go. Some of these dudes, we only come with a motive. Look here, I gotta see if I could get that. Once I get that, bush crack, man, going. I'm gonna hang up a little while because I gotta, ring a twist it a little more. You know what I mean? So I can say I run that. Then push out. You gotta understand, y'all gotta ask these dudes these questions, man. And same thing with us dudes, you gotta ask these women these questions. Like, look here, what you into? Like, what you into? Like, I've had some females when I wouldn't even say dating. When I was in these so-called relationships, I had some females. They tell me, Cole, look at, I ain't looking for nothing more. I just want that thing. I like, what? That ain't for me. You know what I mean? Like I knew the difference. I knew what I wanted as an individual, and that's just me. Some men they'd be like, "Oh shoot, I just want that too." You got to know the difference, and you got to ask these individuals like what they into. Y'all women don't be scared to ask this man. Look here, what you want? You just here for the cookie, or what you want? You just want me to give you this, and when you sometimes when you slap these questions on these dudes, they be so nervous because they're not expecting that. Like we don't expect like a woman asks us that, be like, well, mother flip, what I'm supposed to say now? And you can tell base if you read body language, because I love to read body language, and you can look at them and identify like what's going on. Then you will realize just what they into. But no, y'all don't want to do that. Some behemoths don't know how to date. Some dudes think because they take you out, y'all in a relationship. Facts. Listen, not only dudes, to some females too. You go on 2 dates, the next thing you know, your girlfriend and boyfriend. I never even agreed to half of the relationships I was in my life. All I know is they had me on Facebook, and then because I didn't want to hurt their feelings, I had to put pictures on Facebook too. When y'all start going, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of my boys could attest to this. Some of these relationships I've been in, I don't know how I got in them. All I know is I was hanging out with the girl and whatever, trying to get to know about her. Next thing I know, we girlfriend and boyfriend. There's nothing wrong with dating. See, we gotta learn how to take control of lust. Like we know these persons what they into. Like we could see or we could identify like what they into. We gotta stop being so easy. Like we gotta understand, like, hey, you ain't a piece of meat and you ain't a piece of dingling, guys. Like some of these females, they only leeches, they'll suck you dry. And some of these men, the same way, they're only looking for a punching bag. Someone they could get on the regular when the other little broads or the little harlots ain't around. Yeah. Boy, look, I never used to believe in that, no. Right, due to, situations, I have to admire, these kind of topics, they be real for me, because I know a lot of individuals. I know a lot of individuals like they don't know the difference. Like I'd be like, you can't see that dude only here with you just for the one thing. No, you love me. No, I sorry he don't love you. How you mean he don't love me? If you see how he's told me and he's touched me, I'd be like, well, mother flip, like he don't love you. But Jason, look here, he's make me feel so good. I don't want to hear your business. That man don't love you. Jason, I tell you, he love me. Boy, last night, boy, look here. Last night, Jason, boy, I tell you. Boy, I remember I'd been out for, for Kong Salad and drinks. And next thing I know, dude said relationship with These some real talk. Biscuit, you might think I joking. These real these real talks, You go out on a date with these people, and next thing you know, they claiming you. All of us, and you know what gets me too? You haven't even known me for like a good 2 months and you love me. Girl, like I had some anyway. I had some people come in my inbox talking about I love you. You don't know where you know me from. Where you know me from. What hood you know me from. Must be one of them police who beat me up the junk of the way. Sweetie, you don't love me? Hmm. I wish he could tie some people in the sunshine. You are problems, You anyway, y'all. share. Shout out to everybody holding it down on Facebook, and shout out to the YouTube people that are watching. And shout out to all of you guys that watch the podcast after it's already aired live. Today we addressing love versus lust. We don't know the difference for whatever reason, and we get trapped in these entanglements because some of us just we just like Ray J, he hit it first, and it ain't nothing more to that. And women always think they're the victims, boy. They always think they're the victims, but he only here for one thing. Some of y'all women only here for one thing too. Y'all be comparing who make y'all feel this way or who make y'all feel that way, and then boom, y'all sticking with that person. It ain't even nothing holding it. It's like y'all ever see when like a piece of paper tear. Let me show y'all how some of these relationships are. Let me show y'all. I gotta do illustration for y'all. Some of these relationships just like this. Just like this, these relationships are just like this. And holding on just like this. The relationship just like this. And you're holding on because that dude, he's the best lusting dude in the world. He know how to make you just like this. No substance, no love. You're confusing it with love, but there ain't no love in it. Like it right there. Shoot, I still leave too much paper. Hold on. Let me just fix that right quick. Right there. Oh yeah, that's it right there. See that? Y'all see how thin that is? I like this camera. Y'all, thank y'all for y'all who donated to my camera drive. You see that? This is how some of them relationships are. And y'all notice how it all tear up here, tear up here. And the only thing that's keeping it together, y'all living in the same place, you know. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing, no substance, no future, no nothing. He can last a little 5 hours, so you're liking that. At least, you're getting your little feelings, the rain pouring every night, and that's all. Meanwhile, serious man them on the blocks waiting on y'all. Not the blocks. I mean, it's some good man on the blocks, Shout out to all my homies, you know what I mean, who on the blocks. Some people don't know their worth. So anything what appears to be love, they just run with it. Facts. Facts. The apartment keeping them together. Oh Lord, you're going there. Oh my gosh, you went there. I can't believe you went there. My goodness, you went there. Jason, where you want them to go? Listen, I rather be homeless than be with somebody who just gonna use me for their being use my body for their benefit. I ain't nobody using toy. Some dudes like to be used, but not me. I like to feel love, and love isn't just one word. It comes with all kind of other things. No love. Like we have to identify the difference between love and lust. And then anytime you get like, man, listen. That's why listen. My female friends, they all exposed me for years. While I was young. Like my friend, she used to have she used to have when she used to have this phone. Oh, what you call it, man? It was a long time ago when BTC just started. It used to be the blue phone crazer. She used to have this crazer, right? She used to have this crazy phone. I used to be like, man, so what happened to that dude you love? She say, man, she say, Jason, I ain't telling her. I love him. Say, I love him and he loved me, but he just can't make me feel. I said, why? What you mean, why? What he can't do? She said, man, Jason, man, he just can't make me, he can't do me like how I like to be do. She said, but this other dude, I love him, but you see what I mean? The dude who love her, who is she? I mean, you could teach the dude, man, why you can't teach him? And then, so anyway, let me go to the crazy thing. So she had a crazy, right? And so, anyway, something happened while I was with her. And I look and I said, what? I said, why you have like one and two, and then when I look good, she had minutes. Like she had her contacts set as minutes, like uh 30 minutes, 1 minute. I said, so what that means? She said, what you think it mean? I was like, what the? So she's basing her experience on, I guess, the guys in her life, based on like how they can make her feel sexually, and not genuinely looking for love. At least she knows the difference, I think. See, I have backup, boy. That's their favorite line too. Hi, Miss Alexis. We have to know the difference between love and lust. Like real, like for real, for real, for real. If we keeping it 100, we have to know the difference because people will use you to their benefit. They know once they giving it to you sweet, good, and handy dandy that you ain't going nowhere. You'll be a sucker. They'll lead you, use your car, ride around in your car. They'll have their little thing in your car, seat hanging way back. Shoots. They don't even ride with you when you in the car. They saying, man, gas is $5 a gallon. They can't be burning AC. When they with them, the AC, AC burning, windows up. Look here. Mm. Biscuit, I'm gonna keep my comment to myself. I'm gonna keep my comment to myself. Love versus lust. Know the difference. You always mistaking it, boy. I tell you, man, I should have had the live what I watched, man. This girl was talking about, oh, she get that comeback, this and that. This girl now, she lists all kind of things, and everything was talking about her vagina. Every single thing was talking about her vagina. She didn't mention one quality about her. She didn't say, I'm a bomb cook. I don't know if she have any cooks. I'm a good mother. I could rest. I all she's talking about up front. I'm like, so you know who she attracting? Sure, please. No sex in the world that good to have you crazy like that. You would be surprised what lust can do, girl. What? People, lust has caused plenty people to do some crazy things. What? If I can't have that, nobody can have it. What is that? He ain't talking about no love. He when these dudes start when these dudes start talking these things, when I have that, if I can't have that, no one else can have that. What is that? That ain't love. Perhaps this may be caused by childhood. Yeah, we said that earlier. Because as individuals growing up, like we are not taught love. And we don't know the difference. We don't know the difference between, like, we don't know what is love. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Like, we don't know the difference what is love. So it does stem from childhood, and it becomes a problem even when identifying. Some people are content. Some people are content with lust over love. The majority of people would choose, not the majority, but most people, right? Most people, even if they went through some childhood trauma or some childhood effects, right? Regards to love or so forth and whatever. Even even some trauma will cause people just to want to lust because they don't believe in love because whatever happens. But even so, when they come to identify that it's a problem or whatever, they still would choose whatever it is. Yeah, trauma. If you talk to certain people, right? Like a lot of people I know ain't looking for love. And it might sound like it's not realistic, or it might sound like it's not true, but there are a lot of people that ain't looking for love. They're not into being loved. They could, get their rocks off and then they feel good and then they go to their normal life, and that's and then there are some people that don't know the difference, because everybody they that are in their life, they think they love me. No, no, boo boo, no, no, we don't love you. We love your juicy fruit. Y'all can use this equation, use this equation. Take away the juicy fruit, or take away the rod of correction in some of these relationships, and let's see how long it's gonna last. Or you cheating on me? No, man, you only saying that because you got somebody else on the side. Well, all of a sudden you want to try stop. No, man, no, man, no. What? These women. So how the hell you could tell me after all this time we been doing this now, and now you want to talk about we gonna stop? Stop for what? Who this next girl is? Who this next? You take If you take some of the lustful aspect of these relationships, let's see how long they'll last. Let's see if the love that they say they have, if it's enough to hold up the relationship. Take it away for a second. Not even a second. Take it away. Take it away and see the results. I'm talking about specifically in the 242. You take sex out of the equation in many of these relationships and watch how long it'll last. Take it over. Have that conversation. Just, let's do this love versus lust challenge. Do the love versus love challenge. Love versus lust challenge. Just tell your boo or your boo thing or your sweetie or your little thing. And baby, look here, we can't do this no more. You know what I mean? I trying to better myself, so I don't feel it's the time for us, to continue down that path. I mean, I love you, but I want you to respect me to where I can't sleep with you no more, or we can't do this no more. What? You speaking Ching Wai Wai? No disrespect to my Chinese friends. If we keeping it 100, right? You just take the lustful aspect of these relationships, and let's see if the love is enough to hold it up. Shoot, you probably might even die before the love survive. You you might be going on 300 years old before you see anything happen to where to where to where you might think that you might think that it might survive, but half look, all the majority of these relationships that we see on Facebook, right? Oh, I love you, baby. I love you, my sweetie. You've been with me forever. My ride or die. We in a relationship status. Posting your 10, 30,000 pictures on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat, or doing a little love challenge on TikTok there and there. You talk about take You talk about take the radical correction or take that juicy fruit out of the equation, and let's see love keep these relationships together. If we keep it at 100, take it away. Take sex away. A lot of these picture perfect relationship would dissipate. Dissipate. Sorry. And you're right. If we, man, anyway, I think I reached my time limit and all. You take lust, anything that is involved around lust, or half of these relationships in the 242. Tell your little thing, look, yeah, baby, I'm just trying to elevate myself, and I feel as though, I feel as though, we shouldn't, I just can't give you my body no more. I'm going to the Lord, and I'm gonna serve God with all my heart. Serve God? All of a sudden, you just decide to serve God after you've been. So who this Christian girl is you have? Who you meet in the church? Who she is? All of a sudden, you wasn't serving God when you had me screaming, "Take me home." You wasn't serving God. Well, don't, boy, look here. You try that. Say, you know what? I'm just gonna be. I'm thinking about getting my life. I'm gonna get baptized. Baptized? You wasn't saying that when you was baptizing me. And you watch. This was gonna happen. This was gonna happen. Relationship status, single. You know why? Because you can't differentiate love and lust. Some of these relationships, lust is the only thing that's keeping it together. If we keeping it 100, I ain't no philosopher or no relationship genius or anything. I'm just saying, try it for a second. Tell these dudes, especially the dudes, you go and try to tell a dude, okay, hey, after he's been getting the cookie, which and he ain't supposed to be getting the cookie in the first place, because you're fornicating. You're fornicating. You're supposed to be. They say you're supposed to be married. Well, the Bible said that fornicating. So you tell the dude, you know what, baby, I'm gonna practice celibacy. Celibate, what that mean? They don't. Some dudes don't even know the meaning of celibacy. Celibate, who? What it is? It means I'm gonna stay to myself. I can't, we can't have sex no more. Can't what? You better stop talking. Yeah, real talk. Y'all try that, y'all sweetie, and tell them, look here. And some of y'all can't even tell them that because y'all know that's a flipping lie. What, mister? Now I need my things on time. What things? What, he only loved me? No, boo boo. He is for everybody. We gotta know the difference. Real talk. All jokes aside, I might be cracking jokes, but the gray area is all about bringing light to situations and things that we rarely even talk about. And for real, we gotta know the difference. Love versus lust. Know the difference. Don't be fooled. Don't be used and abused or treated like a tool until a point where you're so confused and you looking like a fool. Because he got you, Susan, Karen, Ashley, Missy, Geneva, Shaquay. Shoots. Know the difference. Belong to the streets. But in all seriousness, y'all know, right? Even though I like to laugh, and a lot of people say I don't take nothing serious, but know the difference. Know the difference between love and lust. We have to identify the difference so we can protect ourselves and protect our investments. You don't want to waste your time investing. Like, listen, we sometimes we waste precious years to somebody that came with a one night stand mentality. Oh, let's go, Rachel. I'm glad. Love and lust go hand in hand, bro. Let's be real. We ain't talking no hoish. Mr. Links, if we talking about love versus lust, you can say if we going down that road to say they going hand in hand, right? There are some people that they don't love you. Some people don't. Some people listen. If we keep it at 100, right? If we keep it at 100, Mr. Links, and you like to come at the end with these little juicy comments, I was just about to pop off, but anyway, if we keep it at 100, Mr. Links, we got dudes that don't love these girls. They'll let you know. I could speak for plenty of my boys. They'll let you know, Cole, I don't love these. And they'll let you know, Cole, I only trying to get. That ain't love. No, man. If you say they go hand in hand and I mean, I can't fault you for your opinion. But if we keep it at 100, there are some people that don't love, they don't love. Let's go, because desire starts first. Yes, you and we did say early. See, you came late. We did say early in the podcast that lust can turn to love. But you saying they go hand in hand, meaning they cannot be separated. Hand in hand means together. Which is where this one go, that one go. Mr. Links, we men. We have men, they let you know cold. We don't love these girls. We only trying to get, and that's the step to say they go hand in hand, meaning they can't be separated. Like where one is, the other is always there. Sometimes there's love, and then sometimes there is lust. Man, Mr. Links, man, Mr. Links, man, you in the mango skin crew. You know what they think about us mango skin people. You know what they think about us mango skin fellas. They'll tell you, Cole, a lot of women don't like mango skin people because they feel like we don't love, we only want one thing. And sometimes, the majority of the time, in most cases with men, that's the truth. Some of these men will let you know they don't love nobody. They'll pretend to love you. They'll be like, I love you, but honestly, we keeping it 100. We keeping it 100. If we being realistic, some people have no intent to move past lust to love nobody. Once they get that on time, and they'll let you know, Cole, all right, then you want to give it to me, but somebody else can give it to me. That ain't love. We don't love these. That. Man, listen, we got to keep it 100. We can't. Don't love us all, only a few. They ain't separate if we being real. What do you mean they ain't? Listen, you can separate the two. You can separate the two. So you mean to tell me now, love and lust can't be separated? So every time someone loves a person, they lust after a person. So that means they're always together. So you mean to tell me you can lust and not you can't lust and not love? That's what I want to ask you. Can you lust and not love? If we gotta keep it real, man. We can't sugarcoat this, man. We can't sugarcoat this. You can't. You can't tell me. Dudes in out here. Dudes in out here. Lusting with no intention of love. Love and lust are separated by Michael Strand. Bro, desire as a man comes first. Don't front. I'm not disagreeing with that. See, you came in late, so that's why your point of view. We already established that. We already established that lust. You came late, man. We already established that a man can lust after a woman and love her. That's not my question to you. My question is simple. Can a man lust after a woman? Or can a woman lust after a man, not love them? That's the question. You saying they ain't separate. If they ain't separate, can a man lust after a woman and not love them? You mean to tell me now every woman a man lusts after? I was just clear. See, man, I way over my time, man. You like to come way. So what you said, what a sick mistake. Pay attention, man. The question is, you said love and lust go hand in hand, right? We already established that early in the podcast. You came at the latter part of the podcast. So the question is, can an individual lust after someone and not love them? Not everybody we lust after we love. That's the point. Knowing the difference. Yes, a man can lust after a woman and he can then grow to love that individual. But there are cases whereas it's solely and only based on lust and not it has nothing to do with love. You can lust and learn her character and love her, of course. Man, we already established that, Mr. Links. The question is time, like for 5 more minutes. The question is, Mr. Link, here's the question again. We already established that. We got that point out of the way saying that, right? A man can start off lusting after a woman and grow to love her. That's not the question there. The question is, you said that they go hand in hand. An individual can lust after a woman and he can be into her sexually and all that thing, and he can never love her. Whether or not she have cap, Mr. Lane, you sure you living in the real world? We gotta keep it 100. There are persons out there and they'll tell you they don't love nobody. They ain't trying to love. They only trying to hit. And only because my homie's shy, they don't want to put themselves out there so they don't mess up their chances. They'll tell you cold, they ain't love. The only person, I got a boy, my boy said the only person he loves is his mom. And he's serious with that. The only thing he wants from these girls is one thing, and he's quite clear. And he lets these girls know off the bat, look here, I ain't looking for no love. That's what I want. And guess what? I can't call his name. Homie, I can't call your name, man, because I know you don't like when people put you on blast. There are dudes, I thought, real scenarios where the girl say, I love you, right? And he had to dip out love. And I already tell you what it is. A man always desire a woman first. That's just real. We not running from that. We already established that. The fact is, right? Mr. Links, you still missing what I said, man. I only got 3 minutes of my time, and I end with the point that I'm making. We already established that early in the podcast that lust can grow to become love. The key here is there are scenarios whereas you have to know the difference, because there are some people they don't intend and they won't ever love. They won't ever love. So in their mind, all they want is the lust aspect. It's never gonna be love. So to say they go hand in hand means they're always there together. When there are individuals in real life, there are individuals in real life that are only solely based on lust. They'll never love, and they call with that, and that's real. If we keep it at 100, we not disputing the fact that a man doesn't see a woman with his eyes first. We not disputing that fact. The key point here is there are some cases that it never reaches there, and it won't ever reach there, because if an individual as a man, right? If a man says, "This is all I want," right? All I want is this. And that's what it is. It ain't no love, it ain't no feelings, or it ain't no deep romance, whatever. This is what I want, and that's what it is. Then obviously you have to differentiate the two. My mother in her grave, so the struggle is real. R.I.P. to the mom, boy. Every man firstly into winning the prize. That's just real. I can't. Ain't every man goes into relationship with the possession of getting the cookie, man, Mr. Link. Not all men. All men ain't. I can't agree with that, because not if we being real, that statement right there for every man is that's far fetched, because not every man goes into a relationship or pursues a woman with the intent of saying, okay, I need this cookie. No, that don't always happen. The number might be few, which is true, but all men don't go in these relationships to say, look here, let me eat, let me eat the cookie. I gotta get this cookie on. That don't always happen. You have some decent men. Oh, well, I mean, look, we need to have a no. I can speak for me. I didn't ever. My track record speaks for itself. I only can speak for me. You can speak for you. Ain't every man, bro, because ain't every man. Some of us really approach these things like real. So you can't speak for every man. That's just like saying all men are dogs. If a woman say all men are dogs, no, all the men that she dealt with are dogs. Anyway, so y'all have me all my time. That's an hour and 30 minutes. Peace, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into the Gray Area Podcast, where as we talk about situations and things that are rarely even talked about. Y'all stay safe through the storm. Y'all know what to do. Stay. Hold on, man. What being decent have to do with it, bro? With winning? Oh, when you say winning the prize, only one thing I know is winning the prize. That's what I thought about anyway, man. Mr. Link, you like to come here late? Oh, sorry, Fraser, Miss Fraser. You missed it. Oh, man. So y'all stay safe to the storm. Peace and love to y'all family, man. Peace and love to y'all family. Mr. Link said y'all don't want to be real. No, reality isn't based on one person's opinion. Reality is the opinion of others that makes up a whole. That's what that's reality. Reality isn't just what this one says. No, because our views and opinions and experiences are different. So we can't say y'all don't be real, but the reality is there are some men that don't approach these relationships just for cookie. The number might be few, but not all of these men goes in after these women pursuing bread. Like, come on, man. If that's the case, You gotta keep it real. Hopefully we'll have part 2 of this subject. Hopefully. All right, y'all. Catch y'all on the flip side. Y'all stay safe. Stay safe. Y'all take the precautions that y'all need to take. Even though it's a category 1, y'all, don't go out there playing CNN, man. Y'all, oh, please. Stay safe, stay safe, stay safe. So y'all know what to do. Y'all be safe, and we'll see y'all next time. Hopefully, we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hopefully, BEC don't turn off the power tonight. So y'all in. So if you're on low ground, y'all know what to do. Make sure y'all house is secured, and make sure all y'all passports and stuff are in Ziploc bags, just in case the water start, you know, doing some crazy things. So y'all stay safe, man, and y'all be careful out there. See, that went out there ain't playing. So y'all have a good night, and thank y'all for tuning into the Gray Area Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out.